move. Hey, hey, look at it go. We just only gonna shit about it. Touch your move. Look at it go. Take your move, take your move, take your move. Hey, hey, look at it go.
Does anyone else feel like a lot of things happen suddenly and we're only vaguely connected? I'm sure it won't happen again. We land right outside the island and go to the Psychotron, the dimensional machine, it's actually called that. We're about to travel to...
Let my brother go!
My crystals!
Yeah, she broke the machine. Sisters ruin everything. So instead of the guy who made the machine fixing it, we need to go get a better character to do it, so we head to the Academy of Evil. Cut to the airship. We control Cortex for the first time in the third-person shooter mode, and we get a bit of backstory. Basically, little boy Cortex. The game calls him that, by the way, that's on me being funny. And how he made the two birds called Victor and Maurice, and sent them to the 10th dimension. Anyway, we're at Goth Overlord. I kinda like this area to be honest, but the next area kinda sucks. Since Cortex is a bitch, we have to enter through the boiler, and it's what you expect. There's some valve puzzles and Cortex gets stuck in a pipe and they make the obvious joke. And then we push him around to transport him. My main problem with this area is that just pushing Cortex is kind of a slog and it really slows down like everything, like the platforming. The level design's good though. It's got some of the more unique actual puzzle solving other than just jumping on the platform. We get to the entrance of the actual academy when a wild Aussie blocks the path. We fight Dingle Dial. He shoots fireballs, firewalls, fire lines. It's a fucking pain. This guy like 180s you and is the most annoying boss. As a child, I got destroyed by this guy. And sometimes he just points straight at you and kills you. Also, his music has a didgeridoo and screaming in it. See, it's totally not appropriation. We finally get into the academy proper, and oh boy, as you play as my main man, Cortex, performing a school while running away from all these bugs and trying to not to die. It's an interesting take on like the Crash Twinsanity formula, but it's only used in this area and 100% could do with being expanded upon. Also, we get children to murder robots. Such a happy place. This is actually a split level, by the way, with Crash taking over part 2. He has to sneak past some disgusting creatures, which I'm assuming is meant to be a child, and also run from the forbidden juice. Once again, the music slaps in this section. For some reason, they end up emulating like a bassy sound. I don't know how. After we survive the 3.6 ROG the live experience, we meet up with Mr. Noir himself, and he tells Crash to go sort the airship.
Sleep soundly, Nina, and don't fear the night, with its long claws that scratch and its sharp teeth that bite. Under the covers, there's no need to hide, for your uncle's a monster, and he's on your side! Nina, my adorable young niece. My, you're getting big and sneaky. Put her there, little lady. I see they need some adjustment. Let me take a look.
Welcome to the best character in this game. I'm extremely biased, by the way. I love everything about Nina's level. She's Cortex's niece, hence the N, but he gave her kind of robot hands because she likes small animals, and then he didn't like it, so he made her crush them. It's kind of really fucked when you think about it. Anyway, she plays like Crash, but with a twist. No double jump, but long punches, and the best part, grapple. Literally years before any other game thought about it. Nina's stage is all about fast platforming and fighting groups of enemies. I think she's the best combat-wise, and while the grapple kind of fucks around a bit, it's fun to use when it works. Anyway, Nina skips along until a bus with a blimp and a gun bus blimp, Also, did I mention this stage's theme fucking slaps and is like my favorite music in the game. Sadly, our time playing as Nina is over. Her Crash goofy ass run off the airship while Cortex gets over his mummy issues. So this boss is really simple. She shoots lightning which blocks part of the organ, you shoot it claws, you stun her, hit all the bells, free time, and also now Cortex is now wanted to murder. With Nina in tow, we can now go fix the machine and we head back to the iceberg lab. Once we are there, Nina does what I do to my laptop when the hard drive won't read. And we're off to stop the evil twins with a cheeky mention of
Now, as we explore a new dimension! It should have been 2 new dimensions, but we ran out of time.
So being the funny parallel planet stuff, there's an evil Crash for this evil dimension. He steals Nina. We chase after him and get this.
My daughter, niece! We must do something! Think, Cortex, think!
I do have a question. Does this mean Cortex fucked his sister or his brother's wife? Anyway, more snowboarding. Let's fucking go. Cortex boarding coming to a console near you. I fucking love this. To Twinsanity Island. Wow, it's the name of the game. So quirky, so cool. And to find Nina, Cortex is being the bottom as he has to get kidnapped, and we have another Bandicoot pursuit. Wow, it's the level of the name. So quirky, so cool. Aren't I smart? Similar as you expect before, the game actually bugs out, by the way, and just stops Evil Crash from following you. Like, both on console and emulation, this happens. Like, the man just fucks off home. I have literally no idea. We see Cortex at the end, and he literally warps to the final area. So we make it to the front door and we walk straight in. Well, goofy run. This level is solo Crash level. Actually, there's one of the more challenging levels in the game with plenty of secrets, but its main gimmick is sliding spheres into holes over gaps which can kill you to open the door, and also the return of the red, green, blue, yellow pattern. So I basically have this like color combination like burned into my head from being a child. There was like a 20-minute back-to-back section where it's just purely jumping on these colored panels to the point it's literally ingrained in my membrane. This whole area is kind of cool with a more cyberpunky style factory with the music to fit it all. Also, this area has a massive spike of difficulty compared to the rest of the game. I wonder why. It also cost me many hours to beat as a child. Look, I was like 6, don't judge me. We finally clear most of the stage, and just as we're about to get to the coins, we get a special guest.
Oh my, I almost forgot. The treasure. Our treasure.
Yes, we are rich!
That treasure is stolen property.
It's a little late to develop a conscience, Doctor.
Personally, I don't care, but I think he might want his gems back.
I like this cheeky jab since Traveler's Tales would work in Hero's Tale at the same time, which explains why the games feel similar, but also, my boy. Also, I stream Spyro, please come watch. Finally, we get to the final boss, and unlike the rest, Cortex just orders the birds back in the cage, like, easy fight. The cage at mech. With knives, and guns, gun knives, and lasers. Cortex pisses himself, Crash pisses off, and Nina says, fuck about and find out with his goofy ass teeth. Then a nice twist, you start the fight playing as Nina, you need to destroy 6 pylons. It's a good idea, just the main problem is the grappling is really fucked here. You can literally see me struggling to use it properly, and when it connects it doesn't pull you at the right angle. It's really annoying, and the crowd of ant simps don't really help you from being, if you're on the top, you fall, you instantly die, and ants swarm you to death anyway. Also the mech can hit you while grappling, and it's really annoying. Once you destroy all those 6, Nina isn't doing so hot, so Cortex finally stops being a bottom and steps up for his niece. Anyway, this section, run one way, shoot the other way, run the other way, shoot. The windows for damage are annoyingly small, and the machine gun can kill you immediately from 2 mass to dead because it just stun locks. Finally, you destroy both arms, and your boy comes in with the mech. I literally have no idea how he got it, but Metal Gear Rising's the robot and destroys it. It's weird they made this mech literally for this part. Anyway, the twins run away and accidentally get eaten by evil Crash. That actually happens, by the way, like on camera. The gang and Coco, for some reason, are all back in the lab with Cortex giving some very good life advice.
I've learned that you can't run away from your mistakes, but you can bury them!
It backfires and he gets stuck in the mind of Japanese Crash. Yeah, I told you the sex scandal really happened. You calling me a liar? Anyway, that was Crash Bandicoot Twinsanity, a refreshing new take on the series when platforms were starting to die and... Wait, what does that mean? What did he mean by this? Hello, probably completely different sounding Xira right now. Basically, I'm going to cover the main, well, what was meant to be the main topic of this, which will be the content of this game, in more of a different format. I was originally going to do it directly after this. I had all the lines recorded, but I kind of decided to change it last minute because I hated it and it fucking sucked and it was really bad. But I will at least do like a kind of live go through of it, go more in depth, probably enjoy it a lot more. Hell, I might even stream it. Wow, content. Anyway, I hope everyone enjoyed the video. It's kind of a weird game, go play it. I should have more content out soon. I'm not gonna lie, this project kind of burned me the fuck out. I thought it was a really good idea, and then I realized, while I have a lot to say on the matter, I'm not that enthusiastic about it, but it's still interesting, so, you know, don't worry, I'll fix it. Anyway, goodbye everyone.